what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm here at the 2020 Chicago Auto Show, walking around the Chevrolet booth, and look what we found. This is a lightly refreshed 2021 Chevrolet Equinox. Let's talk a little bit about Chevrolet and the Equinox. So the Equinox is really that competitor to go up against the Toyota RAV4, the Mazda CX-5, and the Honda CR-V. Those would be the main competitors. What Chevy has decided to do, since they put all their eggs into the Tahoe and Suburban baskets for 2021, is they decided to do a little sprinkling of some change for the Equinox. What they're hoping is that people who have been away from the brand for a little while, that may bring them over, or maybe people who are just bored with their current Equinox would like a little bit of an upgrade and a change. So let's go ahead, dive into this 2021 Chevrolet Equinox and really see what's different. Right off the bat, you'll notice front fascia has been upgraded. So when we look at the headlight design, you have projector beam LED headlight design, you have your daytime running lamp up here. We drop down, you'll have some exterior lighting, and then this is a zonk for me. This fake vent, flat black, kind of looks out of place. I wish they would have just kept this blue. See this beautiful blue? Paint all that blue. Why have that even there? So that is a zonk. The chrome is a nice touch, especially the way it flows from the exterior lighting into the lower section. Flat black is going to take a good beating, so that's a plus. You can see from the front end, they kind of took what they had and brought it a little bit closer to 21st century look and style. So you have your horizontal chrome bars. If you notice, they all come to a nice peak with the Chevrolet bow tie and kind of flow back. That's a nice little touch there. You have a forward-facing camera, two flat black horizontal slots. Really does clean up the look, and in a way, it kind of makes it look like the Blazer in one instant. Now, what's interesting is underneath the hood, no big changes. You're still looking at that 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine. It now has a 9-speed automatic transmission that was taken from the Blazer as well. So let's go ahead, pop up onto this hood. Nice little rise to the center area there. Then you're going to see that you have these peak fenders and a body line that actually coasts right to the A-pillars. Gives it a nice overall flow, because I'm telling you, to stand out in this crowd of these compact SUVs is tough. Now, as we come around the bend, what you're going to notice is first of all, look at how they brought the Equinox name into this lighting. And another thing that's fascinating is how far it comes into the fender. The fender actually rises up, so the hood is here, fender is actually this portion. Now, as we drop down, you do have an updated wheel and tire package on this. This is a 19-inch wheel, machined aluminum, that metallic dark gray finish with the Chevrolet, that iconic bow tie there. Gives it a nice clean look. Like I said, a little bit more 21st century, maybe just a little bit not so bland in its appearance. Now, as we go down the side, you have color matched mirror caps, slim and trim on the LED lighting, flat black, and then you have silver trim across just the bottom. Equinox badge right in the middle of the door, flat black on the bottom. This is going to help take a better beating. Of course, you're going to need to have those roof rails. You can get your crossbars to make this more versatile if you're going to go camping or kayaking or whatnot. We keep working our way back. A little bit of gloss black. I do like the chrome that they kind of integrated into the door handles, that rear quarter window with the extension of the trim, and then that final quarter window has a very nice shape to it. Now, when we get to the back, just like the front, there are some updates with the LED taillight section. You can see that this one, and if you love badges, if you love letters, they have almost every letter of the alphabet here. This Equinox 2-liter turbo, I think that is just a little too much to have on one side. I think that would have been just fine. Wouldn't you agree? So we are going to zonk that they decided to stick every letter. This is an all-wheel drive Premier, so that was going to be one of your top trims. You do have functional exhaust that is redesigned for 2021. And what's nice is that they brought the chrome trim from the front also across the back portion as well. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside this Equinox and see what changes are in store for us. All right, guys, before we get inside, they allowed us to pop the hood. Underneath the hood, like I said, is that carryover 2-liter turbocharged engine. Now, if you're seeing some extra wires and stuff, that's so that the car could be powered up while it's sitting here at the auto show. But that is that 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine, 252 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque, and it's all going to be routed through a 9-speed automatic transmission and of course, getting to the ground through the all-wheel drive system. Now, I think it's very smart of Chevrolet not to change the engine setup in this thing because this is just a refresh. But now, if you're ready, let's go ahead, check out the interior, see what's different. All right, guys, we're inside the 2021 refreshed Equinox. Like I said, this is that premier trim. How do we know? Because all those letters on the back of the vehicle. What has changed inside? Let's go to the door panels. Now, I do like the style that they got going on with that tan and the rest of the door is black. My only problem is that the door is as hard as a rock. So maybe in the redesign, they'll go with some softer materials. You do have a smallish pocket for a bottle of milk and emergency Twinkie. This one does have the Bose upgraded sound system. The wonderful news is when you go from the door panel to the dash, look at how they brought that tan stitching to kind of mimic what's going on with the door, the perforated leather style material. This is hard as a rock as well, so you know where they cut corners, but how many people really touch that? I don't know. I'll take a survey after I'm done filming this, but the silver trim around the AC vents, this upgraded infotainment system that is an 8-inch screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's got that nice, easy to use swipe feature. You got your navigation. You can get into your AC controls. We drop down. I do like the way they brought the stitching, your start stop button, ventilated seats and heated seats. So they got you covered there. A little bit of metallic gray, but just nothing big time. And it's definitely not going to show fingerprints. Look at this down here. We got connectivity. We have wireless cell phone charging, USB-C, USB, aux jack, and a 12 volt. So they definitely got you covered there. 2 cup holders. This is gonna control that 9-speed automatic transmission. You have your button to switch on the all-wheel drive. And then you also have a little tiny bow tie here to remind you that you're driving a Chevrolet. Electric e-brake. I do like the silver. That's a nice touch. And then you have, look at this, a nice little tray for your Skittles. Taste the rainbow as you're going down the road. Armrests, I don't know what it's going to take for some of these car companies to give us a little softer armrest, but I do like the stitching. Open it up. Look at that. You can literally take, and I'm not exaggerating, a bag of Lay's chips, put them in there, 2 USBs. So if you like warm chips, you can get like a USB heater and keep your chips nice and warm. Seats, 2-tone, just like the door with the stitch work. They look good. Perforated center. On the side, you're going to have your seat controls for both the passenger, of course, and the driver. And this one has this wonderful panoramic sunroof, which we have open to bring in the fake lighting in here because we're not outside, we're inside at the McCormick Center. But why don't you get on over behind the business end? I'll show you behind the wheel of the 2021 Equinox. All right, guys, business end. Now, before you get to the steering wheel, what's nice on the Equinox Premier is you do have 2 memory seat settings. This is obviously gonna be for controlling that tailgate area. And like I pointed out earlier, you have the Bose sound system. You could get the seat perfect to your body. And what's wonderful is plenty of headroom. Even with the panoramic sunroof, I got plenty of headroom. I feel good, just like a regular, well, I shouldn't say regular Equinox, the current 2020 Equinox. Steering wheel has a nice thickness to it. You got the Chevrolet bow tie. These buttons, though, they remind me of my old Game Boy. So up, down, left, right, A, B, start will get you the code. Heated steering wheel, which is a nice touch. And then instrumentation, I wish they would have done something with it. It does have an analog tach, analog speedometer, coolant and fuel gauge, and a very small digital display in the center. But overall, some very nice touches to kind of bring it up a little bit more. Why don't we go ahead, check out the back seat and see how your passengers are gonna like this Equinox. All right, guys, back seat time. We're sitting there, plenty of room, even with the panoramic sunroof. So that is the one thing that when it comes to interior space, there's a good amount. You do get 2 pockets, put your Twizzlers. They're kind of tight though, so either a nail file or a Twizzler. I would go Twizzler, the heck with the nail file. You have 2 rear AC vents, heated seats, which is a nice touch in here, and you do have 2 USBs and a home power source all the way down there. Plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom. I think overall your passengers are gonna like it. Seats are a little firm though, but I'm sure they'll break in after some miles. Nice high armrest with the cup holders in the right spot where you want them to be. Let's go ahead though. I know a lot of you like to haul things in these SUVs. Let's check out the cargo area. All right, guys, time to check out what kind of junk we could put in the cargo or trunk area. Nice electric assist on the Premier trim. Rises nicely. Look at this space. This is what makes this Equinox so versatile, is you have a nice loading floor here. And then of course, those seats are gonna do the 60-40 split. And it's actually really easy to get to. I'm gonna come around Lori's back here and show off the other one. It's kind of crazy how fast they flip. Look at that, it's like just got body slammed by a seat right there. But the great news is that almost perfectly flat. We lift this up, what do we have? Look at that. That is the emergency Twinkie storage. Put them down there, ding dongs, ho-hos. You can put the whole collection in your Equinox. Push the button, closes back down. What could we say about the Equinox? I think it was definitely time for something to happen, whether it be a refresh or a major change. It's nice to see the direction that Chevrolet is going with the Equinox. Just makes us more excited for what that redesign is going to be about. And we could see it going up against the CR-V CX-5 and the Toyota RAV4. But if it's small SUVs like these you like to see on the channel, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raise Rise family. If you have not helped us by getting yourself some merch, click the link in the description, get yourself some of that merch. You gotta give it up to my wonderful wife, Lori, getting this Equinox every which way, fighting the crowds. Thank you, Lori, for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.